Ooh, look at that moon. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, there's the moon. Uh, moon. Looks pretty horrible zoomed in. Anyways, really quickly, I was like trying to take a thumbnail, and I'm like, why is my face so black? And then I realized my phone's on a selfie stick, and the street in front of it. Hey, YouTube. So this kind of sort of comes about because we were watching like I forget exactly why, but we were kind of. I was watching some videos with my mom because we looked up what we were playing on the Odyssey 2 together, and in the process, I found out that two YouTubers are leaving YouTube, Ben Heck and Classic Game Room. I haven't watched either of those in a while. Classic Game Room being the one I haven't watched in a very long time because I liked his Odyssey 2 reviews and some of his style, but there was a little bit of. I didn't watch him a lot. And Ben Heck I watched quite a bit of. If you haven't seen either of those, go check them out, seriously. But Ben Heck is like so cool. He was basically like building fun electrical projects and things, and it makes me sad to think that they're leaving. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. I'll address that later. Hopefully, probably, I don't know. But the point of this video is just talk a little bit about how I am trying to be a little more productive and more things done. And this kind of comes about because my mom mentioned social media fast that the church has kind of said people should do for a little bit. And part of it, she was saying, is to really find out like how much time you're spending with the stuff. And I think it came about because a lot of these people are saying they've spent a lot of time, they want to try something else or take a break, sort of thing. Oh, I wish they would just take a break. But yeah, so here's the thing with me though. I don't feel like I need to take a break from Facebook. No, from Facebook, I don't need to take a break. I use Facebook for getting notified. Just I hop on when there's notifications. When people tag me and stuff. Uh, yeah, when people tag me and stuff, that's pretty much it. When there's notifications from groups like Utah Filmmakers and Actors, I'm on there. I'm on. I check it when almost every time there's a notification because I want to see what opportunities are available. Maybe just maybe I'm available somehow and there's an opportunity for me to help someone film something or whatever. Yeah, like that. Or I'm part of Bird Tricks Q&A group, and so that is something that I don't think every time, but I do read here and there. Um, what other kinds of notifications are there? Like for what my singboard is doing, I do get notifications for that. That's important. When people tag me and stuff, or I'm on there when I post stuff, but I don't really get on Facebook and just scroll. It's actually really boring. Yee. And so yeah. Reddit I use a little more than Facebook. Not very much though. It's like in my 1% used for battery used on my phone. At least it was on Sunday. Yeah, I just don't use that one. I like it better than Facebook. There's more interesting stuff, content, things like that. I'm on there posting stuff every once in a while. I'm not browsing subreddits. Like, I would say maybe 30 minutes a week is what I use for Reddit. And Facebook used to be, I would use it like an hour a week for Facebook. Yeah, no, it's quickly gone down. It used to be that like after a while it got to be that I'd maybe get on Facebook and scroll for an hour like once a month. But now I don't even do that. There's not much really interesting on Facebook. Most of my time is spent on YouTube. And most of that, I'm talking time watched here, not necessarily time uploading stuff for you guys, but time watched is. It was like 3 hours and 50 something minutes a day was the average under time watched. A lot of that is educational stuff. There is a small portion that isn't. Um, some of the, and you could argue how educational it is. Like learning about old computers is cool. So I've got 8-Bit Guy for that. LGR does some old computer stuff and old game stuff too. And some of that is a little more entertaining, educational than educational. Like learning about old companies. If you're not going into the business field or whatever, it's not as educational, helpful for the future. There's limited knowledge that you can gain from watching a Defunct Land video about a Nickelodeon hotel that was around for a while and gone. Pretty interesting. I would say that's history type educational, but I don't know. So it kind of varies. And there's some stuff that I watch that's. There's actually bits of educational stuff in some of everything, really. You can almost always learn something from anything. But I would say Jordan Reacts, watching, Jordan Mayer and Captain Sparkles react to Reddit stuff, is one of the less educational things that I watch. But it's very educationally focused, so that's one reason why I haven't taken the fast from it. Because to me, that's like, how about you take a fast from school? Well, YouTube practically is my school. So, yeah, and my interests have changed over time. I watched different things and stuff like that. Um, but some things that I'm trying to do to be a little more productive. With Airborne Death, one thing that happened is I'm like, okay, I'm working on Airborne Death. I got to get this done as fast as possible. Need to eat some food. Okay, so I'm going to go in, I grab myself a bowl of chili, I go back to the computer to sit down to eat and edit, and I really need both hands for editing because I'm using keyboard shortcuts as well as the mouse. So I started watching stuff while I was eating, and now that's the thing that I do. I try and watch stuff while I'm eating, and then spend more of the other times doing content for you guys. There are moments where I feel like, oh, I really just need to take a rest, take a break. I'm just going to watch some YouTube videos or play a game without streaming it. On which part of the streaming thing, playing games without streaming it, there's maybe been once or twice where I didn't want the world kind of watching me, and so I just played. But most of the time, it's the setup of the microphone takes a minute or so. I've only got so much time where I just want to do it quickly and then get back to what I'm doing, which is actually quite useful. So I'm trying to spend more of my time working on content for you guys. Another thing too, like staying up late, and I mentioned this before, but I end up staying up late quite a bit. Part of the reason is because I'm an introvert, and I've noticed that I kind of stay up late because I still want to spend time with family and friends, and they're awake during the day. So if I'm awake during the day, that gives me a little more time to actually maybe slip in a moment to spend with them and do something with them. And then at night, when that happens, then, I kind of, go to, not really, I know, and then when night comes, I was going to say go to sleep, but no, when night comes, then they're asleep, so I don't have to worry about trying to allot some time to spend with them, and I can get the time that I need to be all by myself as an introvert and watch YouTube content, and it's great, and I can catch up on the latest YouTube uploads from my favorite creators, and it's wonderful. I love it. But I'm working on getting to bed earlier, slowly but surely. I am getting to bed earlier than I used to, and it's good because I want to go to bed. Ideally, I try to go to bed like 10:30, and then wake up around 7 in the morning or so. 7, maybe 6, somewhere around there. Be nice and productive. So I'm going to try and do that. But the other thing, too, that's a push is when staying up late at night, and I watch YouTube because I can't work on projects, which that's valid if I'm hammering nails into wood or something like that where I could be bothering other people with noises to keep them awake. But mouse clicks and keyboard noises aren't very relevant. They're not really going to wake my parents up in the other room, especially if I got headphones on so that they can't hear the noises coming from my computer. So there's that. So then I logicked, well, what about like if I accidentally do something I didn't mean to and I mess up a project because I'm half awake? Well, that's actually not very relevant either because when I'm staying up late watching content like YouTube stuff, I can remember 90% of what I watched and get the educational value from it. And when I'm really tired and finally falling asleep, usually it's like I fall asleep and then I wake up, I missed part of the video. Let's rewind. Nope, let's not rewind. Let's go to it. It used to be that I'd rewind and rewatch some of it until I got it all, but now it's like, nope, let's just go to bed, okay? If you've fallen asleep once, let's just go to bed and do that. So, I'm winding down staying up late at night, But in staying up late, I'm also going to try and allot more of that time towards projects and be more productive. Make more of my time spent making stuff than watching stuff. And part of the thing that I'm doing that will really help with this too is me specifically thinking ahead of what I need to do. Like tomorrow, I need to make sure that I finish a clock video for this month that I've got started. I need to just get out and record some footage for that and pretty much be done with it, add some music. It's a simple thing that I can quickly do and fix. So it's thinking and planning ahead is one thing. Oh, I see. I thought I was looking at a red car in somebody's driveway, but I'm looking at the taillights of that car there. Yeah, so... Whoops. Hopefully it's dark enough. I just realized I might have shown... Be careful where I walk, so I don't show license plates. I actually don't know how bad that is. But anyways, so yes. I'm starting to think ahead. What's the next project? What am I going to do? The other thing, too, is simply just writing scripts. Because thinking about how much time the project's going to take, how many people are going to be involved, stuff like that, it's really get the script done. You can't necessarily ask people if they want to be in a video until you get the script done. I mean, you can ask interest. Like, I've talked to a few of my friends about some ideas I have for future short films and things, just to see, do you like this idea? Is it interesting? And, you know, if they like the idea, then I know, okay, I've got 2 people interested. Let's write this out as a script and think about shooting it at some point. You know, and so then I don't know, but script is the next thing, and then ask people. That's the big thing. I got a little script I was working on that I kind of need to finish, and I should finish it like within the next couple of days if I don't, because it shouldn't be left and then finish it when I come back. It should be finished now, completed, all the ideas put down. So even if I don't film it within the next couple of weeks or so, because it's kind of getting cold and not working to film that, maybe, you know, then yeah, get it finished. But I'm just working on being more productive and spending more time working on the projects for you guys, and then times when I'm eating or on breaks at work and stuff like that, watching YouTube content. I'm not going to just completely stop myself from watching it, because there are plenty of times where, personally for me, I feel like I just want to wind down and take a break, and that's great. The other time I watch YouTube content is when I'm editing. A lot of times I need to wait for an effect to finish rendering so that I can see what it looks like. So I'll be like, okay, great, Pinnacle Studios rendering. Let's hop on and watch part of it. Oh, there's a new 8-Bit Guy video or whatever, so I'll watch part of that. And then when it's done, I pause that video and I go back to my editing. The focus is getting as much stuff done for this channel as I can. And spend less time on that. And I've had a little period where I've kind of just watched stuff. And there's other little things kind of that eat through my time when I'm busy with lots of stuff and household chores. But I am trying to be more productive, not just here on YouTube, but also in a lot of different places as well. Just life in general. I want to be more productive in and thinking ahead. And thinking ahead also means the next month too. So I look tonight. Next month is singing month. I've already got a song that I'd love to sing for singing month. If you guys have any suggestions, I'll be happy to check them out and see if I want to sing them or not. Especially if I already like the song, then there's a good chance that I'd be happy to try and find a karaoke version and sing it. So, trying to be more productive. I'm trying to put out more content for you guys. And, you know, maybe I do need a little bit of a fast from social media. I don't know. I don't feel like I do. Because, like I said, a lot of what I'm watching is educational content and stuff. And it's going to be that way for a long time. I just love the educational content. So, I don't know. At this point, I'm not taking a fast from YouTube or social media. If I did, I would probably take a fast from watching, but still keep uploading. Because, I mean, I could say that I'm taking a break. However, I also kind of sort of feel like right now I'm maybe not big enough to be taking a break. Which is especially why I'm trying to get content that to be uploaded periodically while I'm gone on my mission. I wanted 1 video a month. So that means 12 times 2 is 24. I don't know if I'm going to make that goal or not. But there will be things, and I will have them kind of spread out. Not necessarily even, somewhat random, to keep people here keep them waiting for the next video that will pop up and be uploaded automatically. That's a thing. So, but it kind of sort of feel like right now I'm small enough that taking a break might not be good. I feel like I might lose some of this engagement and some of this slight momentum. I've gained a few fans recently, and it's great. I'm up to 216 subs last I checked. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, I pretty much said it. I'm pretty much repeating and looping myself. But that's the plan, is think ahead about what I can do. I'm still going to catch up on content. I still want to watch the next 8-Bit Guy video and different content on YouTube and not fall back. Because there are plenty of channels where at some point I just need to sit down and binge watch them, like for a whole Saturday or something. Because they have several years of content that I haven't, seen yet that's educational that I want to see. Like, I'm going to say Classic Game Room, but that's not it. That's one of the channels going away. It's oh, extra credits, yes. They talk about like game design and stuff, and that's really cool and educational. They also have their extra history series. They're like very educational and cool. But I'm still going to be catching up on the content, and I think the big thing is kind of finding a balance between watching videos almost exactly the day they come out from my favorite creators, as well as getting other stuff done. And so far, I know I have Monday and Friday some videos go out by LGR. I forget when 8-Bit Guy does his videos. They're a little more spaced out. Then there's also, then I know I've got Vintergarten Wednesdays. And then Jordan Reacts uploads here and there, and I watch it. I've been pretty consistent with watching as I haven't subbed, but I'm pretty consistent with that. So, I don't know. But... And then, of course, Linus Tech Tips. I watch a lot of different channels that I watch, some that I've forgotten, that I would find if I dug through my history, or not my history, well, yeah, my history, but mostly my subscriptions, I would find again and be like, oh, I forgot about this channel, I want to watch more of it. Like, the Ben Heck Show, I do want to do some catching up on. I haven't watched in a while, and I'm sad that he's going. Like, really, really sad. That's for another video. Expect more productiveness as I think ahead and plan stuff and figure out what I'm doing next. And this is really big, actually a big push for me, I can say, as a final thing. Because a lot of how I spent my days as a kid was kind of going about doing, whatever I felt like, I mean, probably play video games, probably try and do some YouTube videos when that thing started. But before then, probably just wake up and play video games. Definitely spend some time outside in the backyard thinking up cool ideas and building stuff. But it's pretty much just wake up. What do I want for breakfast? Spaghetti. So I'll have spaghetti. Or maybe tacos. So I make some whatever kind of taco I could make really quick. And it was very much so what I want in the moment, and I went my day about that, and I'm finding that's not necessarily working out as much now. And planning ahead has actually really been really, really nice, and I like it a lot more than I thought I would when I was a kid. And it's really, really great to be able to think ahead and plan out stuff and figure out what's next. I like it. I like it wow, that showed up better than I thought they would. Yellow leaves coming in. Yeah. I like it a lot. So the final thing I'll say here, because I'm just repeating myself again, is when I was young, actually, there was a little period, because I mentioned, what I'm going to have for breakfast, but there's a little period where, I would wake up 6, maybe 7 in the morning. I'm going to play video games and edit YouTube videos. Oh. It's lunchtime. I missed breakfast. So, yeah. That was going on for a little while. And actually, I used to spend way too much time playing games and on the computer and stuff. And I remember there was one day where the only time I was off the computer was twice to go to the bathroom, and then once when I was outside to eat a bowl of noodles, and that was it. And so the last thing I'll say is, And I'm going to talk about this in another Let's Talk video when I get some thoughts together and read a few internet articles, but a lot of times we take too much screen time, and true, it's so. I mean, if you look at it, yeah, a lot of screen time can have an effect on our eyes that's not necessarily good. Spending some time away from the screen is good as far as our eyes go, but that's the minuscule point. It shouldn't just be how much screen time are you spending. You need to look at what are you doing on the screen, because you need to there's very different changes that need to be made if you're spending 90% of your day playing video games and not doing other stuff, as opposed to 90% as opposed to watching some educational content as well and doing other things on the screen, and a mix of it. And also even more so drastic, like if you're a gaming channel, that's one thing, okay? Do spend some time off the screen. But the big point is, what are you doing on the screen? Not screen time flat out blank. Think about that. So I'm going to cut here. We'll talk about that later. But hopefully you guys see some improvements. Hopefully we get more content that's better produced and edited. And it's going to be tricky. There are some things where it takes time to set up the lights and stuff and shoot a shot. And I wish I had an assistant and some help would make it go faster. More stuff would happen that way. And maybe we'll find somebody. Maybe we'll get lucky. But yeah, I am trying to be more productive and helpful. Not helpful, but more productive here, more productive, helpful in life, and I'll see you guys in whatever's next.